You're listening to Rhonda Spaziani on Spaz on Health with greeninkradio.com.
Hi, this is Rhonda Spaziani on Spaz on Health on Green Ink Radio, and today's episode is Meditation for Maniacs. So you may ask, what's a maniac? Well, a maniac, defined by the Merriam-Webster dictionary, is a person who behaves in an uncontrolled way or a person exhibiting extreme symptoms of wild behavior. And I want to tell you why meditation is particularly important for we maniacs. 3 months ago, I was in the shower. I'll tell you how this all came about. I was in the shower, and I was feeling anxious, I was ruminating, I was overthinking, having too much to do, and I was thinking I had to meditate, but I can never get myself around to meditating. For sitting there for an hour in the lotus position, I have my little yellow cushion, which has never seen my fanny on it ever, that I've always had the best intentions of doing, and I never get around to it. And as I was in the shower and I was thinking, I have to meditate, I know that would reduce some of my stress, I realized I can't meditate because I'm a maniac. And then I thought, meditation for maniacs. And I thought, if I'm kind of the person that is kind of running on a higher frequency, I like to think that some of us may have other issues. We just operate at a higher frequency than some others. We're the people that our minds don't shut off very easily, that we ruminate a lot, we ponder and think too long on things, we get stressed out, we have higher anxiety levels. We're the people that desperately need meditation. However, we're the ones that are the least likely to do meditation. So how do we combine these two things? How do we combine meditation for those of us that may behave in a wild and uncontrolled way and bring ourselves down to a peaceful, more tranquil place in a very quick and easy way? So I am certified in meditation, and I got that several years ago. I felt like I can talk the talk, but I've never really walked the walk. So I've decided that I'm going to do this with you, Meditation for Maniacs. So if anyone comes on board, we're going to go through this process of learning how to meditate in very quick, easy little bursts together. And we're developing a Meditation for Maniacs app at Green Ink Radio, which will be available. And the first 20 people that like our Facebook page, Green Ink Radio Facebook, and write in the comment that you would like to receive the app when it's created, we will give the first 20 people the app accessible for 1 year for free. The other thing I noticed is when I looked at meditation apps that were really targeted to specific audiences, they were really, really expensive. So I thought, why not create one that's really far, 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 far more affordable? So our app will be very affordable, and it will be really accessible, and it will be targeted for short, focused meditations for those of us that have a hard time kind of sitting still or stilling our minds totally. I think it's going to be a really fun journey for all of us together. So for some of us, we have that idea that meditation is outside of our grasp. What exactly is meditation? We think of someone sitting there with the lotus position, with the chakra shirt on or the tie-dye, and we're just like, we can't get there. Well, not to disparage that, because I love a good chakra visual, not as much in love with tie-dye, but what meditation is exactly is just to engage in a mental exercise, such as concentrating on one's breathing or repeating a mantra that's like peace, tranquility. It doesn't have to be Om or any other words. It can be really targeted to what your specific issue is. And it's the purpose is to reach a heightened level of calm, awareness, but it can be really, really, really simple. It doesn't have to be really complex or long. Just even a few brief moments of meditation can have amazing, amazing physiological, psychological, and behavioral consequences for us. It's just wild. So there are a bunch of different types of meditation. There's guided meditation, which is what I'm pretty much Meditation for Maniacs is going to try to be for the most part, because I realize that those of us that are quote-unquote maniacs, and that's just going to be a term I use in the most endearing and positive way, because I'm a maniac too. Are you a maniac? And so guided meditation walks you through meditation, which makes it so much easier, I think. For me, if I'm left alone to just meditate, I'm doing grocery lists, thinking about that the dogs need a bath, I'm thinking about the 4 projects at work I need to strengthen or tighten up. I'm not meditating. I'm not getting to the Zen place. I'm actually getting more anxious because my mind's just rambling and racing and carrying on. So guided meditations are really nice because you can follow the voice, and that's pretty easy. You can kind of get out of yourself, and that's why hypnosis is so successful, and a lot of us are so hypnotizable, is because we're following the voice. We don't have to really do the work. We can just relax and let somebody else do the work for us, which is great. There's also the mantra meditation, which we talked about, which is where you just kind of silently, out loud too, can repeat a calming word or a thought or a phrase that's soothing to you, and that can help you from allowing all your distracting thoughts to just interfere and start that whole rumination process. The other one is mindfulness meditation. It's based on being mindful and having an increased awareness awareness and acceptance of living right now in the present moment, which those of us that are maniacs, we don't really do that a lot. We're always, a lot of times we're very forward thinking, or we're ruminating and filled with regret of things we should have done differently, and we just don't give ourselves a break or a vacation. And then also in mindfulness meditation, you kind of broaden your conscious awareness. Now, don't get crazy about this. This is easy stuff that we're going to just really walk you through in Meditation for Maniacs. What you do focus in mindful meditation is just your experience that you're happening right then in the moment of meditation, such as the flow of breath. And we're going to do a very brief exercise, and I'm really hopeful that you guys will do it with me, because I think you'll see that just doing these little couple-minute meditations are so relaxing, and they have such great benefits, and they're not that hard, and it's a very small commitment. And then you just kind of observe your thoughts and emotions rather than fully be part of them. You can see an emotion for what it is. It's an emotion. You can label it. It doesn't have to take over everything. And you just let them flit through. Just come through. It's okay. And do that without judgment, because then what we do is we start having these thoughts, and we start thinking, oh, I'm having these thoughts. I'm a stress addict. No, all these things. And we start judging and labeling and pointing fingers at ourselves. No, just let it go. It's a thought. That's all it is. It's an emotion. That's all it is. Not the end of the world. There's a couple other things. There's Qigong. That's part of traditional Chinese medicine, and that combines meditation and relaxation. It's really cool. But with physical movement, as does Tai Chi, and that's a gentle Chinese martial arts. And you do these like self-paced series of postures and movements in this really slow, meditative, graceful manner while you're doing deep breathing. Those are also excellent. But let's face it, Meditation for Maniacs, if we can get a couple minutes in, we're doing great. I don't know if we're the greatest candidates at this point in our life for Qigong and Tai Chi. Let's just start with a couple minutes. Those of you that are more advanced, Meditation for Maniacs, it will certainly always is a great adjunctive practice for any of your meditation or awareness and mindfulness practices. There's also transcendental meditation. It's really simple, natural technique, and you just silently repeat a personally derived mantra. And that, again, can be a word, a sound, a phrase, in a very specific way. And it allows your body to settle into a state of really profound rest and relaxation. And your mind achieves a state of inner peace, hopefully, without really needing to concentrate really with a great deal of effort. And then yoga. Yoga is so great. Even those of us, even we maniacs, can do yoga. You can do a more rigorous exercise, strength building type of yoga, or you can do a relaxation, sleep yoga. Those are all beautiful. And those are a series of postures that you then breathe in cadence and sequence with the postures. And as you move through the postures require balance and concentration, and you focus less on your busy mind and more on those postures and balance. And it's by the end of the practice, and Shavasana, my favorite thing, you're pretty relaxed. And then there's all kinds of different ways to accomplish a meditative state. If you're a maniac, don't worry about it too much. We'll walk you through it. So depending on what YouTube video or audio recording or whatever you're watching or participating in or approach you're taking, there's a bunch of different ways to approach meditation. You always want to get into a comfortable position. So you can practice meditation if you're sitting, lying down, walking, and doing many other positions or activities. And we're going to have those series of meditations available for you on the app. So even driving meditations, you just don't close your eyes. Just a note to self. And just when you're doing these meditations, you just want to be as comfortable that you can get the most out of your meditation. Really, for the best benefit, you really want to sit up for meditation if you can. If you lay down, that's beautiful, and we'll do some sleep meditations and stuff, but those are targeted to relax you into sleep. But if you just need a couple minutes just to recenter, to get calm, then sitting is the best. You do not have to assume the lotus position. You can sit in many different ways and get the benefits of meditation. You always want to try for a quiet setting if possible. Now, in the Meditation for Maniacs app, we're going to have a whole abundance of meditations available to you. So in the grocery store, waiting in line, in traffic jams, in heavy traffic, we're going to have all kinds of meditations available. So you won't always need a quiet setting to meditate. You can meditate anywhere. However, if you can get a quiet setting, so much better. So if you're in a quiet spot, if you're just starting out, that might be the best way to start, like kind of learning how to train the brain to go into a quieter way and space. So you don't want any television and your cell phones. I always make that mistake. I bring my cell phone with me, and then it goes off. And as you get more skilled at meditation, you're going to be able to do it anywhere. And we're going to go on this journey together, absolutely. And so, especially in high-stress situations, like in business meetings, I have done meditation, even though I'm a maniac, after stressful business meetings where I've really had to keep my cool and been able to keep it together and actually be professional when I really, inside my head, I feel like screaming or walking out, and I've been able to do it. And I'm sure you have too. Naturally, we all have that capability, but we just want to target it and strengthen it so we can bring it with us everywhere. We're going to have all these meditations, so you'll do them with us, and then you'll have them available to you. So even when you don't have the app, you can just, remember how we went through it and just do it wherever you are. In just a few short months of doing this, we maniacs will be able to calm ourselves anywhere. And I'm going on this with you. I totally am. The other thing that we just are doing is just focusing our attention. So it's one of the most important elements of meditation, and that's sometimes some of the biggest challenge for those of us that are maniacs, because we can't focus our attention, but we actually can. We feel like we can, I should say. And it's what focusing the attention is what helps free our minds from all the distractions that cause stress and anxiety and worry in our lives. And we can focus our attention on really specific things. We can focus it on an object like a candle or a picture that gives us comfort, an image. We can focus it on a mantra that we make up or we read about or hear that we like, and even our breathing. And breathing is such a really easy, delicious little meditation. And, you want to just do relaxed breathing to start. In the future, we'll do some more kind of tempoed, structured breathing. That's beautiful too. But just to start with this meditation today, you're just going to breathe naturally. But when you're doing a slower cadence, like we do in hypnosis, and really achieve the true meditative stance, you do that with a very deep, even-paced breathing, slow-paced, using the diaphragm to fully expand your lungs. And that's to slow your breathing, take in more oxygen, slow your heart rate, move the brain down from beta into theta or even delta states, which just calm those brain waves down. And that's what we're going to strive towards. Remember, we're maniacs. We're just starting. We're just in the shallow waters right now. And you have to have an open attitude. I'm going to ask that you do have that. Just let your thoughts pass through your mind without judgment. We're so judgmental of ourselves. And that's the biggest key. Huge key. If you can shift your internal reference point from your ego mind, they like to call it, to just being beautiful, witnessing awareness of your thoughts, you're kind of removing yourself out of that whole emotional quagmire. And as you become less identified with your thoughts, because your thoughts are not who you are. They aren't. They're just thoughts. And your stories and your experiences that keep you caught in the rabbit hole, you'll find greater peace, and you'll open to a whole new possibilities in your life, in your relationships. It's just really, really, really powerful. There's so many benefits of meditation. It can give you a sense of really great calm, peace, and balance. And it just helps recalibrate your emotional well-being and really helps your overall health. Doesn't just help for the couple minutes we're going to do now. It rocks throughout the entire day. It can help carry you more calmly throughout your entire day into your sleep, and it can help you manage symptoms of medical conditions. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And it also helps with your emotional well-being. You clear away a lot of the stress in your life and overload buildups. It's like a nice little, wiping the tablet clean exercise. And the emotional benefits are so many, ranging from it reduces negative emotions, it increases your creativity, it enhances your focus and memory. It increases intuition by focusing on the present. The list goes on and on. Just look it up on Google if you don't believe me. And it also helps with illness. Meditation might be useful if you have a medical condition, especially one that may be worsened by stress, fibromyalgia, back issues. So many health conditions, cancer, are exacerbated by stress. So if you can reduce your stress level, why not take a couple little delicious minutes a day, a few times a week, however you can fit it in, to reduce those stress levels. And research suggests that meditation may help people manage symptoms of cancer, anxiety, heart disease, blood pressure, irritable bowel syndrome, sleep problems, headaches, and migraines. Amazing. This is not a replacement for medical treatment. Please know that. I think you do. But I have to say that, just like they have to say don't eat the packaging on cereal boxes. I mean, come on. So there are so many benefits. Just don't eat the box. Remember that. There are so many physiological benefits as well. I mean, the list is huge. I'm going to just read a couple things. Increases blood flow and slows the heart. It's great for people with high blood pressure. Fabulous. Reduces anxiety attacks. It actually does that by lowering the levels of blood lactase. Enhances the immune system. We all need that, right? We're going into flu season. Helps in chronic diseases, including arthritis and allergies. And it helps in postoperative healing. It reduces the activity of viruses. It reduces premenstrual distress and symptoms. love that. It helps with weight loss, and it also has higher skin resistance, improves flow of air to the lungs, resulting in easier breathing, and helps heal infertility issues, because infertility issues often, stress has a huge role in that, because stress of infertility can interfere with the release of hormones that regulate ovulation, and if you're reducing that, your ovulation may, level off and regulate. So Maniacs, it only sees a few weeks to see the payoff. The benefits of meditation are both, you'll see it that day, but you'll also see it long term. And there's so many scientific studies out there, you can spend days researching it. And it has profound effects on the mind, body, physiology. And Harvard University found that as little as 8 weeks of meditation not only helped people experience decreased anxiety and greater feelings of calm, but it actually produced brain growth in areas of the brain associated with memory, empathy, sense of self, and stress regulation. What the heck? Why aren't we doing it? And you don't have to be religious or spiritual. So many people think that they have to get into some spiritual Zen, believe in source, God, Christianity. There's plenty of atheists and agnostics that meditate. You just want to find peace within yourself. It's all about inner quiet and peacefulness and the benefits. Okay, so are you ready to go? Are you ready? Are you ready, Maniacs, to give it a whirl? And so we're just going to do a little meditation, just an easy breezy meditation, maybe 3 minutes. You can give me 3 minutes, right? So just hold on. I'm going to put the music on. Stay with me now. Okay, so I want you to just sit or lie comfortably. If you're doing this right before bed, that's cool too. You can lay down. If you're doing it anytime during the day, you can just sit comfortably. No lotus position required, but you can do the lotus position. So sit in a quiet spot and eliminate as many distractions as you can. Make sure you silence your cell phone, close the door if possible, and try to sit up straight, keeping your back and neck aligned if you're sitting. If you're lying down, make sure your shoulder blades are back and relaxed, and you don't have anything crossed. You don't want to cross anything, decrease blood flow or energy. And you may even want to invest in the future a meditation chair or cushion. As you can see, I've used mine a lot, but you may be more successful. It's totally cool to set up a quiet space. If you like this, I would recommend you can set up a quiet space, but you don't have to, as most of us don't have that liberty in our hectic, crazy worlds. Virtually anywhere will do, truly. Loosen any tight clothing so that you won't feel restricted or distracted by that. And just breathe. And now close your eyes. And just focus on your breathing. You don't have to change its cadence. You don't have to do any deep diaphragm breathing this time. Just regular breathing. And notice how the breath coming into your body feels. And how it feels leaving your body. Make no effort to control the breath. Just simply breathe naturally. Focus your attention on the breath and how the body moves with each inhalation and exhalation. If your thoughts come into awareness, just observe them with no judging or emotional attachment. They are just that, thoughts. Just come back to noticing your breath, breathing naturally. Just to continue to focus on your breath. Just finding yourself in this place of stillness. Just observing your thoughts if they come through. Just let them come through and release them. They're only that, thoughts. They don't own you. And just take another moment to enjoy this natural breathing, this wonderful life force coming in and out of your body. And just take another few relaxed, natural breaths. Open your eyes slowly. Take a moment to recenter and be aware of your room and environment. Just take a moment to adjust back to the present. If you're laying down, just let that go. And keep your eyes closed and drift. And those of you that are sitting and need to return to the day, come back with me. Some nice last couple relaxed breaths. And you did it. You did Meditation for Maniacs, your very first one. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in to Spaz on Health, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for listening to Rhonda on Spaz on Health. Tune into greeninkradio.com to rock your best life.